and welcome into Tuesday Night Tune-Up TNT. It is time to get you ready for the racing week ahead, and we do, of course, thank all of our sponsors. We are broadcasting live from Smoky Row in downtown Oskaloosa. Safe Grafke is our host. He's looking awfully lonely this evening. Safe, what's going on?
Hey, welcome back, race fans, to TNT Tuesday Night Tune-Up. We are so glad that all of you are here listening live to us here tonight. Again, we're at Smoky Row Cafe, a great little place to come if you want some coffee or ice cream or some other things. So, again, we want to thank all of our sponsors and our fans. Without this definitely would not be possible. This is a really busy race week. Last week was really busy. This week is really busy, so hard to get a driver kind of locked down right now. We had the topless shows at Marshalltown and Boone last week, and we don't mean their shirts were off. The tops of the cars were off, so guys getting their cars back, ready to go for this week. There were some cars that had some incidences on over the weekend as well, so just shout out to all of our local drivers out there that are getting their cars ready to go for tomorrow night. And then later this week, we have some guys that are up running Deer Creek up in Minnesota right now. I know Trip Gaylord's up there and a few other guys. We also want to say good luck to Zach Vanderbeek and his family. They're supposed to have their baby boy tomorrow, so we're thinking of the Vanderbeek family right now, and it's awesome that we'll have another member of the racing family here. So there's a lot of things going on right now in the world of racing, and especially in Iowa. I mean, we just have a jam-packed week. We have the Stout Trucking, Van Utrecht Farms and Trucking, bike night, kid night tomorrow night. So bring your kids. There's a chance for them to win a bike at the Southern Iowa Speedway. The drivers, sponsors, community members all pitch in bikes to donate, and then they draw names and kids win bikes and stuff like that. I know they're going to have some inflatables out before the races as well, so just a really awesome thing. Thursday night up at Pella on the Square, they're going to have like 80 plus race cars up there. Lori Cutter and her team do a great job. The city of Pella does a great job putting that on. The whole square is going to be packed. I know a bunch of World Outlaw teams are going to be there. The Hy-Vee IndyCar will be there. A lot of your local guys are going to go up to that. So it's just an awesome time to meet a lot of these drivers, talk with them, tell them thank you, get an autograph, get a photo. So just really looking forward to that. I know Pella Motors is playing a big part in that. They have a bunch of Hot Wheels they're going to give away to kids up there. So just an awesome event Thursday night to go and spend with family. Friday night, we have racing action at Knoxville. The World Outlaws are in town for 2 days on Friday and Saturday for the Chevy Premier Dealers Clash, formerly known as the Brownells Big Gun Bash. So we have great World Outlaw guys here in town this week for that. And then also this weekend we have Newton Speedway hosting the Cup Series NASCAR for the first time in a really long time, and that is absolutely awesome to see. So we're really excited to have NASCAR coming back to Iowa, back to Newton, where they belong here in the kind of the grassroots area of racing. So I know Kyle Larson's going to be doing double duty, which is awesome to see. He'll be in a sprint car and he's going to be running in NASCAR, so it'd kind of be cool to see him win Saturday night in Knoxville and then go to work on Sunday and get a cup win. So just there's so much racing going on. And then you have all your other tracks like Columbus Junction, Eldon. I know there's a race coming up at Hamilton County Speedway here next week, and that's a big one that guys are looking forward to. There's just so much racing this week and next week, so make sure you get out and support your local tracks this weekend. Like I said, there's more than enough. And, the bounty at Oskaloosa, Hobby Stock guys, if you're listening, the bounty's still out on Dustin Griffiths, so this is a great time to come and try to win some extra money. Last week was amazing. We saw Nathan Woods and Chris Walker back in a Hobby Stock. Bill Tolles from over by the Corning area brought 2 Hobby Stocks, and that was the first time Chris Walker had raced in 9 years. And so it's really cool. Guys are coming back out, and cars are coming to the track to try to claim that bounty on Dustin Griffiths. Unfortunately, last Wednesday, the feature got cut short due to rain. So we're really looking forward to tomorrow night. We'll see if someone can claim that bounty on Dustin. It's going to be really hard to do because he's been fast in that 10G car all year. So, again, a lot of racing. Again, tomorrow night at Southern Iowa Speedway is bike night, kid night. So make sure that all of you bring your kids out and maybe they'll go home with a bike. We're going to get into some results here in just a minute. Steve, why don't you tell us all of the wonderful sponsors that make this show happen?
Hey, before we do that, Safe, we should confirm for our viewers here on Steve Shetler Media, Steve Shetler Media 2 on Facebook and also on YouTube, that we do have that man that you're talking about, Dustin Griffiths, lined up for next week's show. He will be here. Correct?
Yes. What I know, that's what I know. So, so we're excited to have Dustin on here next week. We'll see if the bounty gets claimed or not. Maybe that'll change if he comes or not. I don't know. Probably not, no. So,
well, bounty hunters show up here at Smoky Row to collect the money.
Yeah, you never know. Someone might come out. Who knows? So, Steve, again, why don't you tell us who we got making this happen, and then we got some. We have results, and then I know you had a ticket giveaway, and we're gonna do that. So why don't you go ahead and tell us who makes the show go?
Let's do that right now. We do thank Chris Minter at Milo's Tree Service for being one of our great sponsors from the get-go here on the Tuesday Night Tune-Up, as well as Sinclair Napa. You can get more information at sinclairnapa.com. We thank James Family Greenhouse and Produce at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. Christy Tarr, your American Family Insurance agent here in Oskaloosa. Team Tarr at amfam.com. And then we'll round out our sponsors with our Sigourney trio. We got Sigourney Body Shop. I was just talking to Tony Pitch and Yvonne over the weekend. You can find them at 210 Clark Street in Sigourney. Then we have Sigourney Motors with CJ Fitzgerald for sales and service. And then Zeb Webb at Sigourney Tree Care. Give him a call at 641-622-2097. Now let's go back to Safe. But yes, Safe, you did mention we do have a ticket giveaway. Let's go ahead and announce our prize winner here. As I was looking, I put this post up last night on the Steve Shetler Media page, a 4-pack of tickets for the Southern Iowa Speedway, and you can use these for any regular season race. It could be for tomorrow night. It could be whenever during the year for a regular season race. And we had several hundred people do that magical combination of liking and sharing. Of course, the numbers didn't add up. You had to like and you had to share. We had like 200 some likes. We had 300 some shares. So some people were sharing but not liking. Some people were liking but not sharing. So anyway, one person that did that magical combination is Diana Nichols from Eddyville.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, Diana. She gets herself 4 Southern Iowa Speedway tickets, courtesy of Steve Shetler Media. So congratulations to Diana Nichols from Eddyville winning those tickets. Diana, I have contacted you, and you can get your tickets here at Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. So it's nice and convenient. Maybe pick them up tomorrow on your way to the races here in Oskaloosa. Safe, let's go back to you for more of the Tuesday Night Tune-Up.
Absolutely. And Steve, while we're talking about ticket give outs and all that, I'm just going to throw this out there real quick. And if I get in trouble for this, I really don't care at this point. So I might get fired, folks. It's okay. So I work at Hour Limit Truck Repair, and we're actually doing a giveaway for 2 grandstand tickets for the race that we're sponsoring later this month. It's on June 26th. It is the Gary Wilson Memorial Race that has the SLMR late models that are going to be there. So make sure you get over onto Outer Limits and you can find the giveaway there. Make sure you enter that to win a couple more tickets. Maybe Diane Nichols will get lucky and win 2 more tickets, and then you can really bring a lot of people to the races with you. But just thought I'd mention that there are some other ticket giveaways out there going on as well. Lots of tickets to be had right now.
Getting a free plug in there for your boss, huh?
Well, someone's got to do that every once in a while, especially when you're the head of marketing too.
He should be an official advertiser here on the Tuesday Night Tune-Up.
Well, we can work on that, And if you are wanting to do that, if you want to sponsor the Tuesday night tune-up, contact Steve or myself. We'd be more than happy to help you out and talk about that because, who wouldn't want to listen to, help sponsor me do something like this where I just sit in front of a camera right now alone and just jabble on about racing for a while. I mean, I don't see that as any bad opportunity whatsoever. But no, normally there's more than just me here. Again, this is the June, July, and August are the 3 busiest months in racing. Steve, unbeknownst, when he signed up for this, didn't know that probably, so it's a busy time right now, and we need to be supporting our local drivers. It's getting harder. The cost of everything is going up, and in racing, there's no shortage of increases, shortages on parts, especially the engine world. So make sure we're supporting our local tracks, our local racers. A little bit of news that's going on right now. Todd Staley, who runs Hamilton County Speedway, announced today that they had moved the day that track runs, and it's not going as great as they were hoping for. So they have cut down almost all of their races, which is hard to see. But, Todd's been in this business for a long time. He brought USMTS where they are. I mean, and he has the best traveling modified series out there with the USMTS. So, I know this has been hard for him and his wife, and Hamilton County is a long-standing track up there in Webster City. So, now's the time where we really need to be focusing in and really helping these local tracks. Whether you're a driver, a fan, a sponsor, you're on a fair board, a race committee, or whatever. Right now, if you didn't really care before, now's the time to start caring about racing. And I'm not saying that they don't care up there. It's just how things happen to work out for them. And, we wish Todd and that crew nothing but the best. We hope to have Hamilton County back for a full season next year. And again, I know they have a big World Outlaw Late Model show coming up on the 25th. So, go support that. Make sure you get up there. That's going to be one heck of a race, and that is one heck of a facility. So, talking about the racing, what's happened, what is coming up, we'll get into that now. The World Outlaw Sprint Car Series, we're at Olajiv Raceway up in Minnesota last week, over the weekend, and picking up another win with them is Sheldon Hodenschild. So Sheldon now starting to get a little bit of steam, starting to see that 17 car more towards the front of the pack like we're kind of used to. Again, another track where it's right up there. He won the week prior to, so he's on a good roll right now, and it'll be exciting to see if the 17 car continues to have some success here at Knoxville this weekend. Second place, he's been really in the top 3 all year. We had Carson Macedo driving the 41 Jason Johnson racing car. No shocker there that car is in the top 3. Buddy Kofoid brought home 3rd. Really good to see for that Roth Enterprise team. Buddy's a great young driver, making his name coming up through the field, so we're excited to see what happens with the 83 car. Donnie Schatz brought home 4th, and Giovanni Selzi brought home 5th. So David Gravel, though, not in the top 5, shockingly. That must be really hard for that 2 team, but right now they're still the current point leader, but Carson Macedo's right on his hill. Donnie Schatz is in 3rd, Gio's 4th, and Buddy's up to 5th. So really close points battle. And again, this weekend is really important for him too because it's a 2-day show, Friday and Saturday night at Knoxville. So make sure you get up there one of those nights and see the World Outlaw drivers again if you want to meet them when it's maybe a little bit of a better time, and all that. Thursday night, once again, up at the Square in Pella. We have the big car meet up there. Pella Motors, the city of Pella, puts that on. So really excited to see that, and we'll be up there. My wife and Case and I are going to go up Thursday night and see that. So a really cool event up there. And then hopping over to the high limit side, Rico gets the win for the Race Routine Foundation race, $26,000 payday to Rico at I-70. Great track, great race. It's good to see Rico back on top. And then tonight, so after this, make sure you get on Flow at Eagle Raceway in front of a sold-out crowd in Eagle, Nebraska. They're running for $55,555. So the absolute monster payday in the high limits. So that's why a lot of the Outlaw guys are in Nebraska right now, and you probably aren't seeing them either in Oskaloosa or Knoxville, is because they're all there racing for some really good money. You know, they're using one of the nights away from the Outlaws where they had submitted waivers. I think there's at least 5 or 6 Outlaw drivers there, so a pretty good chunk of them have gone up there to that race. So that'll be exciting. I can't wait to get home and watch that and see who wins. In the late model world, we had nothing with the World of Outlaw late models, nothing with the Lucas Oil because they were all at the Eldora Dream. Great racing there. It was awesome to see Devin Moran Jr. break the Moran curse finally, picked up a feature win one of the qualifying nights. So that's just awesome to see for that team and for that driver, for Devin. I know that's really important for him to get a win at Eldora, even though it was just a qualifying night. Then we had another weird situation between Scott Bloomquist getting back in a car and Shannon Babb. Scott says that Shannon just turned him. I think Shannon's car just got loose, and it was just a kind of a freak deal, but Scott tore the heck out of that car. I mean, probably arguably one of the worst wrecks that I've seen Scott have in quite a while. Just glad he was okay. He said he's going to be back again, so we'll be excited to see when we'll have a return of the Dark Zero car, the Alien, and see when he comes back. So I don't even know what to say about this, but again, Jonathan Davenport dominates at Eldora and wins another Dream. Starting to get booed now, and he said he loves it. It was awesome hearing his press conference, just talking about that, and he's like, I don't mind getting booed. I like it. He's like, the car's working good and I just win. And that's true. I mean, Jonathan's arguably right now one of the hottest late model drivers in the game, and he has been for a while. I mean, when Alex and Dustin and I went out and watched the Dirt Million, I mean, he dominated, and then he was going to dominate the Dream until the weather. So, just great to see Superman Jonathan Davenport back in victory lane. Bobby Pierce came home second. Big Sexy Brandon Overton got third. O'Neill fourth. And Chris Madden, Smokey, brought home fifth. So 5 of the best late models in the country, arguably in the top 5, which I'm not really shocked by. So just, again, great racing there. And we're really looking forward, though, out of anything to talk about right now, is the return of NASCAR at Newton. I know Corey LaJoy has a Iowa Hawkeye themed car, which is awesome to see. Ross Chastain doing the Salute to Farmers Busch Light car. I know on the Xfinity side, a good friend of mine and a good friend of hopefully everyone's, Jeff Hoker of Hoker Trucking, is sponsoring an Xfinity Series car. Jeff has been a huge race supporter, promoter up in, kind of southeast Iowa area, northeast Iowa with Davenport and Farley and some of those, and he sponsors a lot of cars and really helps racing out. So it's cool to see him getting into the NASCAR side and helping with that. The other news is Stewart Haas Racing dissolving at the end of this year. Not 100% sure what happened there. There's been rumors that they blackballed Tony Stewart. We don't really know the truth necessarily. There's just a lot of stipulation around what's happening with Stewart Haas Racing and what made this all of a sudden happen. Some people are saying NASCAR had a hand in this. I don't know, but something has to change on the NASCAR side. But I really think this is very important that they came back to Iowa, to the mile track to run. I know it's a sold-out crowd. It's just going to be awesome. It's going to be a great race. I'm really looking forward to it. It's probably the only other NASCAR race I'm looking forward to this year and that I will watch. So great to see that for them. So if you get to go, make sure you take some photos and send them to me. I'd love to see that. Maybe we can get some up on on here next Tuesday night with some photos from fans at the Iowa Speedway. It'd be cool to see that. So, yeah, let's just have a fun week of racing, everyone. Make sure you get out to your local tracks again tomorrow night at the Southern Iowa Speedway. Hot laps start at 7:15. They're going to have some inflatables before that, so make sure you get out to your local racetrack this weekend and support them. Go to Pella on Thursday night. Tell a driver thank you. Talk to them. Be interested. Make sure you get your kids interested in it too. You know, who knows how long racing's going to be around. I think it's going to be around at least through my generation, but you know, it's very important that we keep this going. So right now, again, is the time to be supporting our drivers, our tracks, our promoters, everyone. So just go out there and have a good time at the races. Take someone new. That's my challenge to everyone that watches, is bring someone new to the racetrack with you this week or this weekend. So Steve, why don't you go ahead and send us off here? Tell us about our sponsors one more time.
All righty, Safe, and we do thank all of our sponsors that make our weekly broadcast possible. That includes Sigourney Tree Care with Zeb Webb, owned and operated. Call 641-622-2097. We thank Sinclair Napa. Go to sinclairnapa.com for more information there. James Family Greenhouse and Produce. They're located at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. You can give them a like on Facebook. Great quality at affordable prices. American Family Insurance, Christy Tarr, Team Tarr at amfam.com is the email to go to there. Sigourney Body Shop at 210 Clark Street in Sigourney. Give them a call at 641-622-2022. And then Milo's Tree Service with Chris Minter at 641-683-2627. Plus, we thank CJ at Sigourney Motors Sales and Service, 641-224-8056. Once again, before we get out of here, I think, are we nearing an end? Or
yeah.
Did I misread? Okay.
No, so yeah, we're at the end, but
we are at the end. We do once again want to announce that Diana Nichols from Eddyville is our prize winner on the Steve Shetler Media Facebook page. She gets 4 Southern Iowa Speedway Raceway tickets. That's good for any regular season race at the Southern Iowa Speedway in Oskaloosa. Any regular season race.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would suggest going tomorrow night. Sounds like it's going to be a warm day tomorrow, but the weather will be...
It'll be good by the evening.
Yeah, it'd be nice for some racing tomorrow night.
Bring the grandkids. Bring someone else's kids.
Bring a stranger.
Yeah, I mean, bring someone new to the racetrack. Yeah. And not a hitchhiker with like a hatchet or a chainsaw or a gun or something like that. Find a friendly hitchhiker.
Diana Nichols from Eddyville is our Steve Shetler Media winner of the 4-pack of tickets. Diana, as I mentioned to you on Facebook, you can get your tickets at Smoky Row in Oskaloosa as you're going to the race. They'll have them waiting for you. All right, Safe. Well, I appreciate you coming out on this Tuesday night.
Yeah, I kind of have to. I mean, I don't really have an option here. Steve holds me at gunpoint.
Next week, I'm sure we'll be back to normal next week. I'm sure
we will be.
Curtis will be here. We'll have Dustin Griffiths. Griffiths. Kind of hard to say. Griffiths.
No, not really. I think it's just you that struggle with that one.
I'll just call him Dustin. Dustin
DG.
Griffiths.
There you go.
Dustin will be here next week. Obviously one of the top drivers at the Southern Iowa Speedway, and we'll be talking to Dustin next week. And maybe, if you're a race fan, you'll want to be watching again for maybe another giveaway next week. Maybe I have some more tickets.
And if you want to as well, Steve's never put this out there, and I don't know why. Come watch us live.
Yeah,
we would love. I would love to get booed during this, or someone can laugh, or something. We don't need the egg part. Booing would be plenty for me.
Tomatoes.
So. Nah, we don't need all that. I don't think Smoky Row would be too happy. Steve, I like coming here because they have good coffee and such, and this is a nice area they let us use. Exactly. Let's not ruin that.
Maybe we'll have to get an ice cream cone before we get out of here tonight.
I think we might have to do that.
It's just me and you.
Okay, well, sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked. So anyway, everyone, we want to thank you for tuning in again to the Tuesday Night Tune-Up TNT. Thank you all.